Hey guys, it's gonna be a unique video. I wanted to jump on here and talk a bit about our journey to. It's interesting enough. My wife and I have been great with budgeting. But in my time when I was in the MLM industry, um, my time spent building that business and putting money towards certain things that were perishable and really didn't give us as much value as I would like to have. I realized in the process, you know, we just we got to a place where we were so tired of how constricted we were in a certain that MLM business we were in before, that when we left the business, we just really wanted to. I wouldn't say we wanted to spend money as much, but we wanted to enjoy it because we constricted ourselves for a long time. So as we got out of that business, we then got into. I've got into, my wife and I are still obviously always business partners because in a marriage you have a business regardless if you're in marriage. But we got to a place where we wanted to like make up for the time lost for the early times of my son's years spent in the MLM industry and kind of doing certain things that to this day I wouldn't say I would say I don't as much agree with. Um, well, I don't completely agree with, but there were certain things we learned and I'm very thankful for. But to this point, I would say definitely like, there's certain things about the MLM industry, the business that we were in, that I wish I could do over again and not go back to. So, and the reason mostly because when you spend time dedicating yourself to something and you really think it's going to take you there, but you've made a lot of sacrifices, you definitely, how can I say, not only did you make a lot of sacrifices, but you also um, delayed gratified for a lot of things. So there's certain things my wife and I didn't do during our times in the business that when we left, we became a bit more, not as disciplined with our finances, but we knew better the whole time. So I say that all to say, what's awesome about now going to take Financial Peace University is funny. We just had our first class, and my wife and I were very good with budgeting, organizing a budget, and having a budget. But again, we just chose not to be as disciplined over the years. And obviously it's come back to put us in a place where we're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So, we've been able to make good money in our life, but we haven't always been wise with the money. And now I'm really excited that we're now taking the Financial Peace University. Because I've been a huge Dave Ramsey fan for a long time, matter of fact. Even on this channel, as I just started this YouTube channel, I feel like there's gonna be times I'm gonna wanna speak a little bit about Dave and some exciting things about Dave. I think that would be exciting. And when I mean about Dave, like maybe reviewing some of the videos he has where he talks to couples, or even some of the other personalities. There might be some reviews or reaction videos I do with that. I think that would be pretty fun and pretty cool. But my biggest focus right now is to get through this class with my wife and I, and really get to a place where we're done, 100% done with credit cards. The only way I'll use a credit card is for my business stuff, but I want to get to a place where we're all cash. That's it. Done with credit cards. It's a slippery slope, man. Credit cards are a very slippery slope. It takes you to a place where you remove yourself from reality a little bit. Yes, there's rewards someone can get, but most of the time, those rewards are a very slippery slope because you go down a place where because a lot of people don't realize, many of you watching this don't really know how, companies make money. When they, or credit card companies make money, when they say, hey, 0% interest, a lot of times people are like, oh, 0% interest? Okay, cool, let me go ahead and rock with it. But what they realize is by the time the promotion period is up, most people are going to continue to spend money. Most people are going to be not financially disciplined. And they know at that point, those people pay interest. So one thing we have to realize, and you guys have to understand, is these companies, I think the statistic is like 88% of people do not pay their balance off in time. So what people don't realize is, oh, why would these companies go out there and allow someone to get a credit card at 0% interest. What they don't realize is the odds are 88% of those people will continue to use a credit card, continue to spend money, and won't pay the balance off on time. And the one way that credit card companies make money is off interest. It just makes sense, right? If there was no interest at all at any point in time or anything, or late charges or anything like that, they'll make no money. They'll be out of business. But they make money from the interest. So, but for me, man, I'm just ready to be out of that space. For any of you guys watching this right now, if you're a married couple or if you're a single person, whatever it is, comment, if you're someone that's looking to get out there and looking to build for yourself, comment below. What would you say has been the biggest challenge? If you're someone that's gone through Financial Peace University too, if you've done, Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey, or if you're Dave Ramsey follower, I love Dave Ramsey, I always have. I would love to know what you guys, if you're a couple or single, whatever it is, what was your biggest challenge? What was your biggest struggle? Did you enjoy the program? Are you currently enjoying the program now? Were you able to get to what baby step were you able to get to? And let's bounce into this too. A lot of times, because I've heard about the debt avalanche versus the debt snowball. If you guys don't realize, the debt snowball is where you take your lowest debt up to your highest debt, and everything outside of your mortgage, or everything outside of your mortgage, and you pay the minimums on every single one of those payments, but for the lowest amount, not the lowest payment, but the lowest amount of debt. So let's say, for instance, you have a debt that's $2,000, but it's $100 a month to pay it. But then you've got another debt that's $1,000 and it's only $50 to pay. Sorry. A debt that's $2,000 and it's $100, but then you've got a debt that's $1,000 and let's say that's $200. You still want to put the one that's $1,200. That's the one that you're going to attack first. Throw all the money you can towards it, making sure you at least got $1,000 in your emergency fund. I know for me, it's funny when it comes to the debt snowball and everything. What's really funny to me is I actually mentally prefer to do, because baby step number one is put $1,000 in an emergency fund, and then baby step number two is paying all your debts off, except for your mortgage, and then baby step number three is having 3 to 6 months of expenses. I'd rather do baby step 3, number one, put 3 to 6 months of expenses in the bank, and then go debt free, and then go after debt. But again, I know Dave Ramsey's mentality is that, hey, that 1,000, having 1,000 in your bank account and going crazy to attack that. Now, obviously, we've got more than 1,000 in the bank account. But so my wife and I are coming from this in a different angle. People that have been able to make good money, but now we're gonna clean things up. So we're taking a different mindset. But for me, I'd rather the 3 to 6 months first, because with the 3 to 6 months, there's this sense of like, okay, we've got this money put away for emergency. We've got kids. Now we can go crazy at debt. But there is that mentality though, when you've got only $1,000 in the bank. A lot of times people are going to, one second guys, well, you just got $1,000 in the bank, most people are going to go at that a little bit more crazier, like a little bit more like militant. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you only have 1,000 in the bank, you're like, yo, I gotta quickly clean this down. Because if I'm gonna stick with this plan, I don't want to only have $1,000 in the bank moving forward. I want to make sure I've got more money. So guess what? I've got to go absolutely crazy with this thing. So that's what I do love about the debt snow, have gone in order of 1 through 7. But now basically with Dave Ramsey's plan 2, if you had $100,000, let's say you have $300,000 of debt, but you got $100,000 in the bank. With that plan 2, it's also his suggestion to take 99,000 and throw that at your debt, and then have 1,000 in the bank. That's scary as hell for most people. I need to see what plan me and my wife. We're gonna follow the plan to the T, and maybe do what we're gonna do. But this video is mostly just speaking about my experience in the first class. Obviously, I can't share any private information for anyone in the class because everything's confidential. But it's really great to see other couples in that class too, that are looking to understand money, understand how to, develop as a couple, structure their finances in a certain way. Because I think that's what we all strive for. We all strive for a way to get better in our lives. And even starting off 2025 with a plan and a process in place is really what's special to see. And again, for me, the biggest thing is the time spent in that organization and what I was doing, and the amount of things that we could have done better, but we just felt like, hey, we sacrificed so much stuff in our lives. Our journey's been so interesting, but it's cool to me now to be in a place where we can take this class finally, and everything too. So again, if you're someone that's taking the class, we'd love to hear from you and kind of go from there. Now, a biggest thing I would say, so if you guys don't know the whole steps, like I mentioned, step one is $1,000 emergency fund, and then 3-6 months expense, and then paying off your debt, smallest to largest. The discipline that takes is not easy. It really isn't easy, because as you go through, hey, are you upstairs? What are you doing?
I didn't want to walk.
You didn't want to walk?
I was hiding what I bought. I'm not hiding it, actually.
Oh.
I was just taking my shoes off and stuff.
Okay.
Put my jacket away. I actually put my jacket away. That's why it was taking me so damn long to get upstairs.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? Do you know that cereal I went to go get, Simply Granola, the oats, honey, and almond, and I was like, why do I not see it here? I went to look up, why does it say there was a recall on it?
Oh, wow.
Because it was giving people salmonella.
Wow.
I'm like, that's why I see my booty like that.
Wow.
There's a problem. So then I got emotional about the Reese's cereal. Well, hold on. I was going to eat the cereal you got, but do you know that the cereal you got has more sugar and more carbs per cup than the Reese's one? I don't know. I'm just saying.
But what the whole purpose of you going?
Was it that I could get the bathroom fix? Okay, I couldn't help myself. But yeah. Salmonella?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Walmart was still selling it.
Walmart. Cool. Oh, so you didn't get the what's called the I got?
I did get it for you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying I was gonna eat that one, but I really wanted the other one. And then I was like, well, why am I thinking about Rachel Ray?
Chantel Ray.
Exactly.
Really, before we were rudely interrupted. So I forgot where I was at, but yeah, no, being in a class like that is really great. So for you guys that are considering taking the class, I think the accountability of being in a group of people that are looking to pursue the same journey you're on, looking to grow in their finances, looking to grow in their wealth, but it's such an empowering thing. I've kind of like, for me, you know, what people don't realize is the more you're in debt, no matter what, if you use credit cards, the more you're in debt, the more you're literally spending money in the future and the time that you have even lived. Matter of fact, you know, if you look at the amount of debt that you have divided about how much you make monthly or yearly, and you even consider some of the expenses that pop up during the year, if you divide that and you see, divide that and then divide that by whatever that number is, divided by 12, that's how many months ahead of your life that you've already spent before you've even experienced. That's not a good thing at all. And I never wanted to be in that place where I was spending more than I was earning in front of us. I just didn't want to be in that place. But we found ourselves in an interesting place after, being undisciplined. Because, money is about not how much you make. It's about how much you keep. There's two ways to increase your income: lower your expenses or get more money or bring in more money, right? I'm a big proponent of bringing in more money, because even then after that, once you've lowered your expenses, you've got a new skill set, you've got more money coming in and all that. And so that's why I'm a big believer of that. But some people feel a little different. So yeah, that's up to them. But yeah, the more money, the more skill sets, the more you have. So I'm a big believer. If you guys are going through Financial Peace University, I highly advise learning the skill, some type of side hustle, whatever it is, to make more money. Because, baby step number one, you need to get that $1,000 emergency fund too. So that's something to think about. So, but yeah, so that experience is really great. Also, when you get a chance to hear other couples and other people asking questions too, you build this bond. You build this bond where you can see, the vulnerability from other people and them growing and coming to a place where they're learning for themselves, learning for their family. And if you're not in the exact same place, or you and your family didn't take the exact same approach to your finances, guess what? You get a chance to see exactly how other people are doing something, and you can feel what they feel through them. That's a great, number one way, the best way to learn is to learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from other people's questions, right? Still ask your own questions, but once people make a mistake, then get a chance to learn from them. There's certain things that you can learn from that too. You don't have to wait to go through the exact same thing as those people. There's certain things you can learn from that too. So that's why I love the class. I think it's really great and engaging. And again, I've been a Dave Ramsey fan. I've been following him for almost 10 years now, nearly 15 years. And it's crazy how he's still doing his thing. And obviously the guy's getting older and everything. But I just love what he does, love who he is and his mindset. So taking this class is definitely a dream come true. Again, I would love for you guys out here and have taken this class to definitely comment below and let me know exactly what you learned, what you mostly learned, what it did for you and your partner. If you're a couple, how do you plan to stick to it moving forward? What was the biggest challenges for you? What was the biggest challenges? What were the biggest things that, if your husband and wife, what are some of the things that you maybe didn't agree on, didn't see eye to eye? Who was the free spirit? Who was the nerd? If you guys don't know, the free spirit is the person that, really, likes to spend money but doesn't really like to look at a budget. The nerd, a lot of times, is someone that's really fixated on the budget, wants to know where every dollar's going, and usually wants to track money. Usually doesn't want to spend, though the nerd can be the spender. It's just that they're very focused on tracking their money and everything. There's two different types of people in that relationship. So you have to figure out who you are, who you want to be, and how you make up part of that how you make up part of that scenario situation. So that's important to know. So again, day one was good. $1,000 emergency fund, learning about that, seeing other couples, be transparent in different walks of life. I know there's one lady that was there that had gone through some, is not too far from some natural disaster after effects, and just her mindset talking through it and just talking. One lady spoke about how she travels a lot right now, right? And when you're in a debt, when you're pursuing getting debt free and paying, a whole bunch of stuff off, that's not always the best time to travel. But she even talked about some of the sacrifices she has to make. I know for me, sacrifices that we have to make, I know what those are. And, for me is not being sporadic with what I'm eating anyway. And that stuff's affecting me anyway, because even now, as I play basketball and stuff, I don't even feel the same. I don't. Play basketball the other day, first game, if you guys want to go look at my previous video, hopefully I have it here or here, hopefully, my previous video to this, I'm 30 pounds plus from what my playing weight is, so that wasn't exciting for me. But yeah, it's very relative though. Being financially healthy is very relative to being physically healthy. I'm kind of going from there. So I didn't plan to yawn in here. I'm kind of tired, but I'm getting excited about getting through this, going through again. I've already taken the quiz, some of the key takeaway. And guys, I'm a business owner. So the one thing that makes me excited too about moving through the baby steps is because I'm a business owner, I know how to have $500 and $1,000 days with what I do business wise. I know how to do that. And again, those that want to learn how to do that, feel free to comment in the comment section. I'll get chatting to you and show you a bit more about digital marketing, affiliate marketing, what that's all about. But yeah, so for me, I'm a big believer in someone adding a side hustle, right, and getting some type of business that you need to get running on the ground and kind of go from there. I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say outside of that. Oh my God, I dropped my hat. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure out what else I'm going to say outside of that as we close this video off. as we close this video off, there's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. But I guess the biggest thing is just Financial Peace University. If you guys haven't done it, if you guys are looking to, if you're husband, wife, whatever you are, if you're looking to get better with your finances, get your money on track, learn how to live below your means. But the biggest thing is learn how to be financially free, man, and not be able to, and not have to wait on, or not have to, and again, you don't have to be a person that's struggling to pay the bills right now. That's not what our situation is. We just want to get to a place now where we're like, okay, boom, let's go lock in. And it's very humbling. If you and your family, make multiple six figures, whatever. My wife and I have, been in that space for years now. If you make multiple six figures together as a couple, whatever, it's very humbling to be around people too that may not be in that same income bracket. It allows you to appreciate what you have, because some people are doing a lot more with a lot less. And you have to realize, like, you got to be a bit more disciplined. Okay, what can I do with a lot less? Because I don't want to be that person that is just walking around here acting like I've got everything when I really don't. That's not the person to be. That's not the person I want to be. I want to be the person that no matter the amount of money I have, I'm being a good steward of my income, good steward of my money. And you have the opportunity to do that. You just have to learn the right skill sets. But husband and wife, it's important to be on the same level, be on the same page. But I tell you, I highly advise Financial Peace University. Even some of the lesson and activities I'm looking at right now and going through, it's going to be helpful for me to go through. But now in a second, I'm going to get to some of my business stuff. I've got some sales to close, money to make, so we can pursue this number, pursue this, what we're looking to do debt-wise, getting freedom done-wise, and just being in this new space in our life. We're really excited. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been great. Again, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit this, let's get this to 100 likes. I'd love to get this video to 100 likes. Hopefully it's been helpful for me just talking a bit about day one at Financial Peace University, and hopefully you think I'm a decent person enough for you to subscribe and want to be part of the Lauwerz loyals. So anyway, guys, I'm Lauwerz. Hope you guys are good. Take care. And yeah, I'll give you guys updates as we go through Financial Peace University, but you guys are going to see a lot more of me on here. At least once a day, you're going to see something from me on here, because I want to start to get this algorithm working in my favor and deliver content to people that they want to hear. So hopefully all is well. Have a good night, guys.